Hi everyone, welcome to More Wellness TV. On this video, I'm going to show you different ways to come up into your headstand. But first of all, before we come up into our headstand, just make sure that you have your posture. So if you just look at your posture, if you're slouching like this, it probably won't be won't be a good start to start your headstand. So make sure that when we come up, your shoulders are above your hips. So when we go upside down, that will reverse that. So your hips will be above your shoulders. Sitting down here. And then from there, you're going to release your forearms down towards the ground. That's it. So from here, you're going to grab hold of the outside of your elbows here. So not your elbows, the outside of your arms. So the tendency is when you release your forearms down, the tendency is you draw your elbows out. So when you draw your elbows out, this is what happens to your back. You banana your back. But if your elbows are in, you keep your back straight, yeah? So when you're ready, we're going to come down. So release your forearms down, and then grab hold of the outside edges of your arms. That's it. Then from there, keep your forearms where they are. You're going to release your hands and then interlace your fingers. So when you interlace your fingers, so your fingers are like a basket. I'd like you to keep your thumbs free. And if that little finger is hanging, tuck it in. That's it. So when you're ready from here, you're going to release your forearms down. And then from here, before we go up, I'd like you to sort of drop your chest down. We don't want that. You're going to lift your chest back up, so protract your shoulders. Let's do that 2 more times so you know what you don't want to do. So drop your chest. We don't want that. Lift. 1 more, drop, and then lift. Now, from here, you're going to keep your shoulders lifted, tuck your toes under, and lift your hips up, as if you're coming up into your downward facing dog. You're going to walk your feet in, and you're going to release the crown of your head onto the ground. So remember, it's the crown of the head, not your forehead, not your nose. Keep pressing your elbows down to the ground, then walk your feet in, walk your feet in, walk your feet in. See that my hips are above my shoulders. So maybe you start here, that's it. Maybe some of you will walk your feet back a little bit, and then walk your feet in, walk your feet in, walk your feet in. Do that a few times if you like. That's it. So really press your forearms down to the ground. Try not to move them. Now, once you've done that a few times, maybe you start here. You're going to draw one knee towards your chest. Point your right toes towards your bum, and then release that foot down. That's it. Do the other side, left foot towards your bum. Keep pointing your toes. Release. Then maybe you start doing that. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Maybe it will come to a point when you start to lift one foot, and then you're going to do that. So this is one option of coming up into your headstand, tucking your chin towards your chest. Nice, you guys. Fantastic. If you're staying, stay here. Take 1 more inhale. If you're staying, take 1 more exhale. And then from here, everyone, slowly release down towards the ground and make your way into your child's pose. When we come up into our headstand, it's important to come down into your child's pose because a lot of your blood is going towards your head. You just need to regulate that blood flow. Take 1 more inhale here, or take as long as you need to in your child's pose. And when you are ready, lift yourself back up. And I'll quickly show you another way of coming up into your headstand. So that's one way, drawing your knees towards your chest. So exactly the same thing. We're going to come up to the next variation of coming up. So exactly the same thing. You're going to release your forearms down, measure. So exactly the same thing what we did. Measure your forearms down, and then interlace your fingers, all those little checklists that you need to do. So this time, you're going to tuck your toes under, lift your hips up. If you need to feel that shoulder again, drop your chest, then lift your chest back up. Then release your crown of the head down towards the ground. Then walk your feet in, walk your feet in, walk your feet in. Now this variation, you're going to lift one leg up towards the sky, point your toes if you can, and then from here, you can see that my left heel is really lifted. I'm using my right leg here, but use whatever leg you need to use. From here, when you get up, you're going to bend that top leg. That's it. And then keep leaning forward, keep leaning forward. Maybe you just stay there. Maybe that left foot hovers. And when your left foot hovers, maybe you draw your left knee towards your chest, left foot towards your bum. So this is another variation of your coming up into your headstand. See that both feet are lifted? That's it. Stay here as long as you can if you're lifted. And then when you're ready, slowly release down. Again, make your way into your child's pose to regulate the blood flow. Oh, that's hard. Amazing. How are we for time? Are we okay? We're okay? Next one. That's it. Okay. So another way of coming up. This can be quite fun to some of you. A lot of people have, in my experience, some people in my classes have come up into headstand this way. So what we're going to do is you're going to release one forearm down onto the ground. So I'm going to release my left forearm down. Doesn't matter which forearm you release. Then you're going to walk the other hand in. So your hands are like this. That's it. That's it. And you're going to grab hold of your head with the other hand. So that's what we're going to do. You're going to, with this variation for myself, I'm going to release my left forearm down. I'm going to walk my right hand in. So the top of your fingers, right fingers, are in line with your left elbow, in my case. Then from there, you're going to draw that don't take that right elbow out, elbow in. And then from there, you're going to tuck your toes under and then lift your hips up. Now walk your feet in, exactly what we did earlier, and then you're going to release your head down to the ground. So instead of using both hands, you're just going to use one hand. Then walk your feet in. Play with this variation. Maybe you stay here to begin with, feel your weight leaning forward. That's it. Now from here, to those of you who are ready, you can lift one leg up towards the sky. You can keep doing that. Lift the other leg up. Again, playing with your balance. And then those of you who are ready, if you like, you can lift the leg up, the elbow that's in. You can place your knee on the top of your right elbow, and maybe you stay there. Or maybe you lift your other leg up towards the sky. That's another way of coming up. That's it, guys. Fantastic. Breathing in and breathing out. Slowly release down. When you're ready, again, make your way into your child's pose. So this is another way of coming up into headstand. Again, some of my students have actually found this really helpful. So this time, you're going to cross your legs. So you're going to actually sit down, and maybe you're going to cross one leg on top of the other. Doesn't really matter which one. I'm going to place this variation. I'm going to place my right knee on top of my left. That's it. And then from here, with your legs crossed, you're going to release your knees down to the ground. That's it. So your legs are crossed. Doesn't matter which leg is on the front. And then same thing. You're going to release your forearms down towards the ground. Interlace your fingers. Drop your chest down. Lift your chest back up. So same entry, that's like we did earlier. And then from there, you're going to tuck your toes under. That's it. And then lift your hips up. So your legs are crossed here, your legs are crossed. Walk your feet in. Release the crown of the head down into the ground. So your legs are crossed here, and then lift both feet up towards the ground. Maybe keep your legs crossed. That's it, you guys. So that's another way of coming up. Some people with the legs crossed, they find it easier. So the one leg is actually leading. Breathing in, breathing out. Point your toes if you can. And when you're ready, slowly release down. Then from this one, you can just make your way into your forward fold. Maybe hands either side of you, hands forward.